Hey everyone, I am excited to share with you our next 10 minutes between patients video. I want to share with you a cool little strategy that I've been using for my patients that have been struggling with urinary incontinence. And I find this a really helpful strategy when working on urinary control, pelvic floor strengthening, and especially when you're working with patients who are leaking. So the strategy is really simple. So what I typically do for my patients is when we're working on pelvic floor muscle exercises, one of the tough things is if you don't have the patient exposed, the patient, you can't see if they're leaking. And then if you have them exposed, they're leaking everywhere. So then you're laying out chuck pads and you're like, what am I going to do here? So it's a really simple strategy, but we're going to take a non-lubricated condom. I like using the Lifestyles latex-free, non-lubricated condoms here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our patient place the condom on. So you just have them insert the condom here. And what they can do now is they can do their pelvic floor exercises, whether they're doing their pelvic floor pumper exercises, rocker exercises, maybe they're doing their quick Kegel contractions or their slow Kegel contractions. But now the condom will capture that urine that's leaking out. So they can move around, they can be standing, they can be transitioning from a squatting position, and the urine will collect in the condom. We can see if they get small little drops. We can see if it fills up, but it makes things a lot cleaner for the patient. The patient doesn't have to feel stressed about being exposed and leaking on the ground. So I find this strategy to be extremely helpful for my patients, especially when working on urinary control, dynamic exercises. We can have them place the condom on. We can have them go out to the gym, work on things like walking on a treadmill, work on things like dynamic squats, jumping activities while they're working on their pelvic muscle exercises and their control exercises. And then we can come back to the room and see if they have any leakage. So I hope this exercise strategy works really well for you. I love it. My patients feel much more comfortable with it, and we can limit the amount of embarrassment for them, and we can make it a lot cleaner process. So hope this helps.